If I had to get my first wholesale deal all over again, the first thing I'd focus on wouldn't be leads, it would be picking the right market. Because honestly, I think this is one of the biggest reasons beginners struggle. They pick markets based on where they live, where houses are expensive, or where they think there's opportunity. Instead of asking, does this market actually give beginners a fair shot? Because not all markets are built the same. Some markets are extremely difficult for beginners. High competition, high prices, experienced investors everywhere. It's kind of like deciding to learn to play basketball and your first competitive game is against Michael Jordan. That's what some beginners are doing in these hyper-competitive markets. So if I had to start all over today, here's exactly what I'd look for. First, I want beginner-friendly wholesaling laws. I don't want complicated regulations or licensing requirements that make things harder when you're just getting started, because beginners don't need more complexity. Second, I want a disclosure state. That means sale prices are public, and that matters because evaluating deals becomes way easier. You can actually see what investors are paying, what properties are selling for, and what deals actually make sense. Third, I prefer title states over attorney states because title states usually make transactions simpler and smoother. And when you're new, simple matters. Then I'm looking for affordable housing, not million-dollar properties. I want markets where the median home price is below the nationwide average, because affordable housing usually means more buyers, better margins, and less competition. And once prices get too high, competition gets aggressive. Now you're competing against big marketing budgets, experienced investors, established relationships, and that's hard when you're trying to get your first deal. Next, I want older homes. Older properties usually mean more distress, more motivated sellers, and more opportunity. And finally, the most important thing, I want markets where cash buyers are already actively buying. Because if investors aren't already buying there, nothing else matters. You don't create demand, you step into demand that already exists. And this is where most beginners get stuck. They try to force deals in markets that don't support them. And then they blame themselves. They think, maybe wholesaling doesn't work. Maybe I'm not good at this. Maybe I need more leads. When really, they just picked the wrong environment. Because the right market changes everything. Better buyers, better opportunities, better momentum from the same effort, but completely different result. So if you're struggling right now, don't just ask, how do I get more deals? Ask, did I actually pick a market that gives me a real chance to win? Because the right market doesn't just make getting deals easier, it makes consistency possible. And if you want help figuring out the best market to start in or building a real game plan for your first deal, go ahead and check out the links below. I've got a free community and roadmap call where we can map out your next steps. I'll talk to you soon.